Yo, what's up, everybody? Crocodile here, and I'm back from my little vacation. We went up to Kentucky to visit some friends, and while I was there, I stopped by Through the Decades Gaming in Louisville, picked up myself a Earth's Mightiest emblem and some perfect cards and some KMC Hypermats, my favorite sleeves from when I was living in Japan. So basically, we're just gonna get back into this. We're gonna pick up what we left off on, like before I went on vacation. Thank you so much for my coffee, wife, beautiful wife. We're picking up from where we left off. This is my channel, Krakenol. It was my old one. The Krakenol is where I'm rebranding now, and let's get right into it. So we missed all these cards we're about to go over right now. There wasn't as many as I thought there was going to be as far as rares go. I'm not going to cover all the uncommons right now. Maybe in like a top 10 video where I do my uncommons, I'll do it. And so far we got Avengers Under Siege, 2 black and a red. Create two 2/1 black villains with menace. And then this saga deals damage to each non-villain creature and each opponent, which I think that's great. And then create a treasure token for each villain you control. So obviously in a villain-centric deck or a villain-centric commander deck, this is creating 2, and then you're at least doing 2 damage to each non-villain creature and each opponent. So it's like a board wipe for small things. And then create a token for each villain you control. If you have a lot of villains out, it could be good. Otherwise, you're just making 2 off of this, which isn't the best. But if you're in a villain-centric deck and you've got a board full of them, you're creating quite a few tokens there. Then Alien Invasion, 1 red or green. Enchantment at the beginning of combat on your turn, create a 1/1 red alien creature token with haste. This token attacks each combat if able and put a 1/1 counter on it for each invasion counter on this enchantment. Then put an invasion counter on this enchantment. So put a 1/1 counter on it. So it only puts the 1/1 on the red alien. I don't think that's good enough, because if they kill your alien, you're just getting 1/1 counters on the enchantment over and over. Yeah, I don't believe so. It's not like if it was target creature and then this thing kept growing even if they killed your creature, I think it'd be worth it. Scientist Supreme of AIM, blue and a black, 2/2 legendary creature, human scientist villain. Why? Oh, it's Scientist Supreme. I was gonna say why a regular AIM guy is legendary. I don't know. But pay 2 life, copy target activated or triggered ability you control from an artifact source. You may choose new targets. I'm sure there's some way to abuse this in Commander. I'm not sure so much for Standard right now because we got like the cube, but I don't think you'd want to pay 2 life necessarily for that. But well, I think we see the cube here in just a little bit. We'll see. Earth's Mightiest Heroes for green teamwork 5. Over the top 8 of your library, you may put a creature card from among them on the battlefield. If the spell is cast using teamwork, put any number of them. I think that's absolutely insane. It was like See the Unwritten was like 7 as well. And I think you can only pick 2 of them. So I guess if you have a dead board and you can't teamwork 5, you still get to put a creature, which is weaker than See the Unwritten, but if you have teamwork, then you just 8 cards potentially. So you'd want to like max out your deck with creatures, kind of like you would like a collected company style. This was my favorite card that was revealed while I was gone, like the Ironheart Clever Champion, 4 and a blue, for a 3/4 legendary artifact creature human hero. Improvise. Improvise is your artifacts can help you pay for it. So technically she can be down to 1 blue for a 3/4, but then flying, non-creature spells you cast have improvise. I think like Inspiring Sanctuary is like you can improvise, but you can't cast your artifact spells. It's like non-artifact spells. This is just non-creature spells, so this can even help you cast your artifacts. So like any of them. Goodness me, and like Commander, this is busted, especially in on artifact-based Commander deck, like Iron Man, etc. Great card, 10 out of 10. This card is going to be insane. The Astonishing Ant-Man, blue and, or green and a blue. 1/1, legendary creature, human scientist. Whenever you draw a card, put a 1/1. This can be broken in many ways in Commander because you can, when a 1/1 counter goes on the creature, you draw a card. When you draw a card, you get a 1/1 counter, etc. 2 and a green, remove any number of counters and make that many insect tokens. And then if you have like doubling seasons and all that stuff, you just create an ant army. Here's the cube. So 5, artifact, ward 2. Whenever you attack, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may cast a spell from among them with mana value less than or equal to the greatest power among attacking creatures you control without paying its mana cost. Put the rest on the bottom. Obviously in Commander, I think this is great. You can improvise it out for free, which is why this card is busted. And she also can tap to add one of this to it. Now, in Commander, you're looking at the top 6. You cast a spell from among them with the mana value less than or equal to the greatest power. So it starts off slow. I would guess by the time you play this, you at least have maybe her out, the 3/4 who cast a spell with 3 or less. It's just going to exponentially ramp as you grow your board. So I think that's pretty great Commander card. A lot of these seem like Commander cards today, minus maybe Alien Invasion. And I can see Avengers Under Siege being good in Standard if we have a villain deck. The Mighty Thor, Jane Foster, 1 white and a blue, 3/3, legendary creature, human god, hero, flying. Whenever the Mighty Thor attacks, exile up to 1 target non-token artifact or creature, then return that card to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control. And then whenever equipment enters, draw a card. So she can blink something on your side or their side, and it's a non-token artifact or a creature, so and it comes back in tapped. I mean, it gets a blocker out of the way on your turn, draws for equipment, so it could be good. For sure it goes in, like the Captain America equipment decks. I always misevaluate like blinking your own things or blinking other people's. I mean, I know it's good combat. Blinking your own things can be good with good ETB triggers. So maybe there's like another ETB trigger that searches up an equipment card, and then the equipment card hits the battlefield, and then you draw a card. Epic Fight, 2 and a green. Choose one or both. Double target creature's power and toughness until end of turn, and then target creature you control fights. It's a little, maybe too much mana for Standard. Any Eternal, but in like the Wolverine decks, where you're trying to attack in and do damage to everybody, this seems busted. You double his power and then fight one of their creatures, and then there's that other one that in this set that heals in between damage. You double it and then you fight something and then it heals and then you attack in. Pretty cool. Ares, God of War, 1 black and a red. Ares attacks 4/3, legendary creature, god, warrior villain. Ares attacks each combat if able. Whenever an attacking creature you control dies, return that card to its owner's hand. I can't remember it off the top of my head. If you remember, put it down in the comments for me. It's like this Rakdos always attacks each combat kind of deck. That I don't think this would be the general. I forgot who the other general was, but this just like always saves your creatures. Now they're just going to attack in. You don't care if they die because they just go back to your hand. And then if they have a good ETB, then you just get the ETB off of it again. Serpent Society, 1 black and a green. 3/4, legendary creature, human snake villain. Death Touch, which I think this card is going to be the general of like a future Death Touch green black deck, instead of using Finn the Fang Bearer as just a mono green. Ward, get 5 poison counters. Whenever another creature you control with Death Touch dies, each opponent sacrifices a non-token creature of their choice. So the first copy of this is like free, like in Standard or whatever format, because they just take 5 poison counters if you're like Standard right now, because I think this is the only poison counters. But then like if your second third and fourth copy just like basically have hex proof because they can't take the other 5 poison counters. So yes, I think it does have a spot in standard. It's a 3-mana 3/4 death touch, is not a bad rate at all. And then, like I said, copies 3, 4, and or 2, 3, and 4 are like basically hex proof, unless they have like a, like edict effects. These were just some of the source material cards I missed when I was gone, like Patriotic Shield, reprint of Sword of Fire and Ice, and then there's the Cyberdrive Awakener. It was inside of the counterintelligence deck. Pretty cool, and I like the Iron Man art. And then we got an Archangel of Thune, Heaven Sent Marvel card. Flying lifelink. Whenever you gain life, put a 1/1 counter on each creature. And then I know that goes into infinite loops multiple times in Commander. And that's it for this video, guys. That's just kind of a catch up of everything I missed. That was a rare, at least. Like I said, when I do like an uncommons breakdown of the set, maybe we'll catch some things that I didn't have in my videos, and we'll kind of put it like a top 10 with some honorable mentions. But what card are you guys most excited to see from this set so far that we've seen? I have a jumpstart video coming out today or tomorrow, which I think the jumpstart cards are absolutely cracked for this compared to like Avatar. But anyways, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.